What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sports Minorities Podcast. It's a great way for us to get together and talk shit after a wild pandemic. The season's winding down. Rob has stepped up his green screen game, making us all look bad here. Anyway, I'm JC at Squints84 on Twitter, joined by our Bucks fan Rob.
What's up? That's Rob.
We got our Giants fan Nori off a big win of beating the Seahawks. Wow.
And I totally saw it coming.
Yeah,
Sure.
he totally believed it.
And of course, we got Chicken Wing, our Niners fan.
Chicken wing.
Got some mic problems, boys. I can't hear you guys.
Perfect.
Great.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
I've been waiting for this for 20
I'm
years.
fully with my settings now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
make your intro.
Got it. I got it.
Okay.
Hey.
Our Niners
hear you
fan, Chicken Wing, can you hear us now?
Yes.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
Scrub.
Terrible. It's a dark day. It's a dark day.
You can join us, talk in the conversation. Thank you for everyone that's joining us live. You can live chat along with us. We're going to be talking about a crazy weekend of the NFL season. Maybe a little bit of college because there's some craziness going on in that kind of football season. And then making our picks for week 14. And you can make your picks right along with us. We'll see if you guys think the same way. Chicken Wing, get that Texans crap out of here.
I'm eating the ice cream, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let me just.
And of course, outside the show, our Twitter account is at SportsMinorPod. Join us there as well. Well, let's jump right into it. I hate Week 13. This is just horrible. I didn't think I was taking any big chances on some picks, but it turns out I was. So let's just cut to the chase and just throw the standings up there. Yep, I went 7-8. Chicken Wing and Nori both went 10-5, and Rob went 11-4. And as you can see from the overall standings, there's now a three-way tie for first place in our season-long pick set. So myself, Nori, Rob at 123 and 67, and Chicken Wing only 2 games back at 121 and 69. So
catch up.
4 weeks left in the season. This is about to get crazy. So, now I know the obvious question is, hey JC, what's the pick you regret the most this past weekend? And
Pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one.
Oh my God.
1, 2, 3.
Let's
Tighten up, please. Tighten up, please didn't work.
That didn't work
So,
last time. No, I just
nah.
wish we could have played in the whole game like we did the second half because that was great. Where was that in the first half? I would probably say Chargers Patriots.
That
You
was
know,
bad, yeah.
that was horrible. I mean, okay, granted, if the
Yes.
Chargers lost, I didn't think it was going to be a blowout.
Nobody saw that.
You let
Nobody
them.
saw that.
I mean, the Patriots, like I said, were horrible on the road. They'd only won one game on the road, and that was against the Jets. So, but for them to come into your house, and granted, I don't even think I still think San Diego. I don't even think LA's embraced the team yet. But for them to come in and just blow you out at home was just didn't see it coming. If the Patriots had to win, it was going to be close. I thought so.
Yeah.
They blew their backs out. That was bad.
Yeah, that was just,
That's an understatement.
yeah.
That was bad.
Now, obviously, I'm cursed with picking the Texans.
So I got them for you.
Oh yeah, you
For
suck.
you, brother.
Take that crap back to HEB. But I
Perfect.
just
You're literally ice cold on the Texans pick, so that's
just
why
like you are with the Falcons. But it was like, okay,
I
they're
broke my
playing.
curse. No sir.
Hey, he was hot. He was hot.
They're
There you
playing.
go.
They're playing
Yes, sir.
great. The Colts are kind of reeling. I thought, okay, let's go 1-1 at home. It seemed like that. One bad snap away from actually making that come true. So can't rely on the Texans to do anything. So, but yeah, the Chargers one is the one I regret the most. Anybody else? What picks do you guys regret coming out of this?
I regret 2. I
Oh.
don't care. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna regret 2.
Uh-huh.
So I regret not believing in my Giants. Like I thought they were better. I thought they were better. Listen, I thought they were better than the record they showed. I've been saying that, but no, I did not think they were going to slay the juggernaut that is Seattle. Even Pete Carroll isn't still in disbelief that happened, and it's like overnight we became a top 10 defense. I'm glad the sleeping giant awoke, and I really, really regret more than anything picking the Titans. Not because the Titans are not a good team. I called this matchup 2 weeks ago. I thought the Browns were going to beat them. I don't even think Baker Mayfield thought he was going to score 38 points in the first half, but I saw that this was not a good. This was not a good matchup.
I'm like, our defense
This
has
was not a
been,
good
our defense has been suspect all season, especially in the passing defense. But the second half, they played great. It's like, I'm just tired of them spotting leads and then trying to play catch up on the season. It's this, you're not going to
No,
win.
it's bad.
You're not going to win a championship that way. So yeah,
No, you're right. I regret those two.
yeah. Chicken Wing, what about you?
I regret picking my home team. That's what I regret. We just too hurt. I wanted to have hope, but when it comes to beating y'all, I should have picked the Bills.
But you picked them to. Nobody thought they were going to beat the Rams. They beat the Rams. So like you can't ever figure out the Niners, man. Even the Herd, they're beating good teams.
Yeah, and I mean Buffalo struggled flying across the country in that stadium earlier against Arizona, and granted Arizona's got a bit of right now, but you said it. You guys were getting healthy. I don't think that was a bad pick. It was just
I'm like, this bad pick
maybe
again.
the way the game played out. I guess
That was a bad pick. They practiced exactly, and they executed exactly what they needed to do. Don't let what's his name get hit.
Yeah.
QB. I'm eating ice cream right now. I forget his name. He's so
Okay.
good.
I just want to point out a great observation. I love that Rob is already embracing blue
Yeah.
because he's gonna have to be wearing blue for when the Giants host the Tampa and Uncle Tom goes 0-3 against the Giants in the playoffs. You might as well embrace.
You wanna know
and
what-
why.
Yeah.
You might as well embrace.
So Rob, you're
Just wait for that tie. It's gonna happen. Telling you right now.
you got the fancy green screen working here. What any pick you regret this past weekend? So
I regret the Chicago pick. I really do.
Idiots.
that's a game
Sorry.
that could have gone either way.
I'm
Be
sorry.
honest with you, both
sorry.
bad.
It's a division.
teams.
Yeah, it's a division.
Yeah, but like Patricia's out of Detroit. They're actually playing just because they, have some pride now. Like, no, and Trubisky. Like, no.
Yeah, I can see that. I think I said it last week too. It was like,
You did.
yeah,
You
that
picked them
did.
too.
I still pick as I didn't fully believe, but it's like, oh, now that he's gone, they might win games, and it's like, oh, maybe whatever, but
Turmoil? No.
What did I say? Who started
Shut up.
quarterback for Chicago?
Nobody cares.
at
Yeah,
this
let's
point,
know-
at this point,
Listen to captain last place. Yeah.
yeah, at this point, Chicago could start Tom Brady, and they'd probably still lose right now. It's just that team's in disarray. To be honest with you, so it's
And the worst part about Chicago is what I read today, which I agree with. They haven't even hit rock bottom yet. They're almost cap strapped. They don't have a quarterback.
They don't
Their
have
defense is
draft.
aging. This literally is not even the worst of it. Like,
Yeah.
and this, I think that's the least attractive coaching job for Chicago in the whole NFL, and that's saying a lot because Chicago has such a history. Everybody wants to coach there, but that situation's bad.
You don't think the Jets is the worst situation?
No,
they're
no,
a
'cause the
tank
Jets are bottom
job.
out.
Because the
The
Jets
Jets
have
are
money
bottom out.
though.
Yeah,
and
They
they
got
have
money for next year.
Mhm.
They
They have
got
money.
Arnold.
and they bottomed out already. The Jets have bottomed out already. Like
Yeah.
they cannot, they literally
Well,
cannot get worse.
if you blow a sure win on a last second play with an all out blitz, yeah, you pretty much have bottomed out at this point because my God, yeah, Greg Williams deserved to get fired for that one, even though he was probably doing his job tanking for the
But
team.
like he was doing in
Yeah.
his defense, he was doing what was best for the Jets.
I still believe that. I still believe it was one of those
He is-
wink things.
Yeah.
Like
He is a
come on.
scapegoat, and somehow he got
Yeah.
paid under the table, not
think
to,
so, too.
like, okay, we're not
I
gonna
mean,
look like we're tanking.
He was
Exactly.
probably getting canned at the end of the season. The whole staff and that coaching staff anyway. So it's like, you got a head start on a job search. That's really what it was.
exactly. I really, really think so.
See, but who's gonna? Okay, never mind.
People keep hiring Greg Williams. I don't know who, but people keep hiring him.
I'm saying like
Just like Rob Ryan keeps getting defensive coordinator jobs. They keep hiring them.
Or
Hold on.
people get hiring Antonio Brown or Josh Norman, even though he's on
Or
the
Adam
bench.
Gase. Or Adam Gase.
Yeah, so-
Or Adam Gase. He's still employed.
Yeah.
Right.
And does anybody here regret not picking Washington to beat the Steelers?
Not
Not at all.
Because
Undefeated versus
No.
I love Alex Smith, but undefeated versus a ragtag Washington. Nah, man, I don't regret that.
I don't, but I mean, you look at it in hindsight, it's like, yeah, they probably were pretty tired coming off this. They've had this
I
struggle.
mean, it's
but
a 3-day
3
turnaround?
games
Nah.
yeah,
in 12 days.
Yeah, but that still would have been a really big dick call out to go against that. I wouldn't have done that for money. Nah, man.
mhm.
I
But-
can't do that.
It changes the AFC for sure. Now all of a sudden, people can be gunning for the
Oh yeah,
Steelers. You know,
everybody.
yeah. So
Kansas City's. I think Kansas City this whole year has been the best team in football, but the Steelers are the better record. But Kansas City's beating better opponents. So I'm still gonna
And the better record.
Had and Washington football team is undefeated against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just pointing that out. The team's too good, bro. Too good.
It's true.
That's gonna be
God.
that's gonna be the runner-up for the NFC.
Alex
that's
Smith.
that's like
Alex
saying,
Smith, streak player.
oh my
I love
god,
it.
like in March Madness when the 16 seed finally won, it was like, hey, a 16 seed has never lost in the second round of the tournament. Yeah, because they've never been there, so now they're 0-1, but still. Anyway, before we get into our Week 14 picks for the NFL, this is the home stretch. No more bye weeks. I mentioned college. The Big Ten right now is just dealing with so many crazy
Ohio
COVID
State?
issues.
Oh my god.
Michigan, even they don't have enough to field the team, and they have canceled the big game against Ohio State, a rivalry that has been played
That is
for over
crazy.
100 straight years. That game is canceled this year. Does it get any
I
more
heard-
2020 than that? It's golly, it sucks. They can't field the team, and I guess my debate here is obviously the Big Ten hasn't been able to play enough games or as many games as some of the other conferences. Should Ohio State be considered a top 4 team going for the college football playoff?
No.
Me personally, no. I like you win your spot into the CFP by having good wins against good teams, not getting these buys. Like
They're always bailed out by the Associated Press every
Yeah.
single year. It's wildly overrated every year. Ohio State. I'm sorry. Wildly overrated.
The best game I watched this past weekend was BYU versus Coastal Carolina. Little backstory on that. So I want to say it was Coastal. I forget who it was. Coastal or BYU was scheduled to play Liberty, FCS team, I believe. And Liberty had to cancel because they're having their own COVID issues. So I think it was Coastal that had it, and they said, "Hey, we need an opponent. We're undefeated." BYU says, "Hey, we're undefeated. All right, let's play." That's the best game I've seen all season. It was awesome. Came down to the wire. Coastal Carolina won. Undefeated team. They've been playing a full season. They are Sun Belt. And just for that reason, they won't get consideration in the CFP, which sucks because they damn well deserve it. I said BYU deserved it. Coastal Carolina definitely deserves it. They beat a great BYU team. So Chanticleers deserve it. And my issue with the Big Ten is that they haven't allowed their teams to play schools outside the conference this season. We know it's crazy. Nebraska, of course, has been very adamant about wanting to play other schools because they need the paydays and stuff. So, but I feel bad for Michigan and Ohio State players, especially the seniors who are not going to get to play the biggest game of their career, the one you look forward to every season. So
That's a shame. Yeah.
it is a shame. We hope this all ends soon, just because we don't want another football season like this, college or pro. So, with that though, let's get into our picks for Week 14. It is random name picker time. Here we go. Who is going first this week? It's going. Let's see. Nori is going first this week on our picks. I think it's the first time, right, for you?
First time.
Yeah.
yeah, first time.
All right. Number 2 is Rob. How does it always end up that it's like me or Chicken Wing going to be last? Let's find out. You know.
Because Chicken Wing cheats, that's why.
I don't
And
cheat, sir.
I am third. Chicken Wing is going last. So that is the order. It'll be Nori, Rob, myself, and then Chicken Wing. Obviously, unless it's 2 teams in your division or your team, you're picking first. And so
Well,
The football gods have answered. They
Yeah.
know. Me going first was the worst thing for all of you.
good thing the first game is a person in your division, Dick.
well, if it's 2 teams in his division.
Oh,
but
2
yeah,
teams,
Yeah.
yeah.
Two
so,
teams. That's right, son.
But let's get into it.
Shut up.
Week 14. There are no more bye weeks. This is the home stretch.
No moss.
The final 4 weeks of the season. This is where the playoff pushes begin. This is where teams get eliminated and all that fun stuff. So,
Speaking of,
what?
before you start,
Mhm.
let's talk about that playoff push and talk about the flex that happened.
Oh yeah.
That
So
announcement.
for next week, I was actually surprised by this, but you
I
know
wasn't.
your team is bad if you're quote unquote America's team, and NBC says you guys aren't good enough for us to keep the game. So San Francisco at Dallas has been moved from Week 15 Sunday night to noon on CBS, replaced
okay with
by
It's
Cleveland.
fitting. It's fitting. America's team. Nobody wants anything to do with America right now. So I don't blame him. Yeah.
Which, with the way the season's played out recently, it's been replaced by a marquee matchup: the Browns at the Giants.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That is there's so much playoff implications in that
Who
game alone.
ever said the Cleveland Browns are prime time football?
And the Giants
I'm
this
just
year.
saying-
And the Giants.
If
And the Giants.
if Rob's Nostradamus moment of our playoff projections comes true, we're going to see a Sunday night tie between the Browns and the Giants, as he predicted on his playoff
I
prediction.
will not show up that following week
Joe
on the
Judge,
podcast. I
Joe
will
Judge
not.
does not play coach of the year.
No.
We riot. I riot. I'm we.
Hear me out. Hear me out, okay?
Okay.
It's going to be 35-35. It's going to go into overtime. The Giants are going to fumble. They're going to make a stop on the 1 yard line because reasons. They're going to run it all the way back and then trip on something because that's what the Giants do. They're going to fumble it. It's going to go out of bounds, and then that's the game.
So they're going
my
to pull a Daniel Jones.
They're gonna
Oh,
pull
yes.
Daniel Jones.
Wow.
Let me tell you the story. Let Uncle Nori tell you a story, kids.
Okay.
This is a man under delusion. This is great delusion, fear. Look in his eyes. He knows Uncle Tom cannot beat the Giants, so he's praying to whatever God he believes in that the Bucks do not run into the Giants. So he's hoping for a tie.
Yeah.
He knows
You know
they know
what?
tie.
I should just straight pick Washington from here on out just so that they get first place in the NFC East.
Do it.
Ooh
Do
boy. Ooh boy.
Put your money where your mouth is. Do it.
Put
Look
your
at me.
money-
Look at
As long as, it,
Go
as,
right
long,
ahead.
Go
as,
right
long
ahead.
as long as the Giants
the
don't
whi-
win out, they have the tiebreaker. So
Look at the whiskers and his beautiful lips emphasizing. Do it.
shout out
Do
Bubba in our chat, Sam Show player. I guess you got the link here. Thanks for joining us. If you're an NFL fan, we're getting ready to make our Week 14 picks. You can pick right along with us if you're joining us as well. So, all right, well, let's get it started. The Thursday night game. Yes, we're back to our normal Thursday night schedule. New England flying back to LA against the Rams. This time, same stadium that they just whooped up on the Chargers. Unfortunately, due to COVID, I mean, normally they would have stayed in LA, spent the time there, and then played another game since they were back to back on the West Coast. But because of the COVID protocols, the NFL's forced them to fly all the way back to Foxborough and then fly all the way back for a Thursday night game. So, back to back.
That is ass backwards.
I agree. So, Nori, who are you picking first on this one?
So the Rams seem to be the heavy favorite. I think they've beaten actually better teams, but I need to start trusting my gut a lot more and stop always playing the safe pick. I truly believe the Patriots are going to take this, especially what they've done to the Chargers, the Ravens. I don't care what your record is personally in football because things can change so quick. So I know the Patriots don't have the better record, but I think truthfully they're playing better football.
All right,
I'm with the Patriots.
Rob.
I'm gonna have to disagree with those. I'm thinking we're going back to what we said last week, and the Patriots are gonna do bad on the road. I think LA is playing strong football right now. They've got a lot of weapons, and they're using them correctly. So I'm gonna go with LA on this one.
All right. I'm going with the Rams too, for no other reason than the fact that the Patriots are going to be doing all this flying back and forth across the country for a Thursday game. If this was a normal Sunday game, I probably would take the Patriots, knowing Belichick would have them ready. But that is a lot of travel, a lot of jet lag, a lot of time zone jumping to come back and try and get a back-to-back win in LA for within 4 days. So I'm going with the Rams too. Chicken Wing, the Rams are in your division. Who you got?
Going with the Rams just because I'm against Anthony on this one. That's it. No special reason. It's just natural hate that I have for the guy. Outside of that, no, it's just like what Rob said, there's a lot of weapons. Well, not a lot, but they have better weapons.
Mhm.
And sure, the Patriots defense like really finally showed up. They're still young. They're still, getting it together, but they're just not going to be enough for the Rams to. I'm sorry, to take on the Rams and to take them. So this one's going to be all LA, and Nora, you're going to be on your own on this one.
That's okay because I want to emphasize again that the Chargers, yes, they have a losing record,
Mhm.
but they have a very good offense, and they were completely blinked. Not 7-0, then I wouldn't be picking them. 45-0. They're scoring points. They're
Yeah.
figuring things out, and they're getting hot.
Yep.
I'm okay to be alone this one.
That's okay.
All right, on to the early games on Sunday. We're starting off. Oh, Jesus Christ, Houston at Chicago.
You already know who I'm picking, brother.
Oh
So
my
you ain't got to
God.
ask me. I'm taking this one.
This is a game. This is a game we are getting locally here for the noon CBS slate. Nori, who you picking on this one?
I've already learned my lesson in trusting Trubisky, so I like Deshaun Watson better. I'm going with the Texans.
All right, Rob.
I'm not picking Chicago ever again.
Mhm.
Houston.
Yeah.
Not.
This one puts me in a bind because I don't go well picking Houston, but they're playing Chicago. Like I'm at a point where I might ask Siri just to flip a coin for me, but
Just come sink to the boat with us. Just come sink to the boat with us.
Just
this
Come
may
on.
be the last
Hop on the
time.
boat.
This may be the
Hop on
last
the
time
boat.
this happens this season.
Mhm.
I did submit this pick to Yahoo already, as conflicted as I was. I'm picking the Texans to go into Chicago and get a win, just because
That's
it
a
is.
good man.
It
right
is
there.
Chicago going from 5-1 to probably 5-11 on the season the way they're playing out
It's
right now. So,
Trubisky. It's Trubisky.
I know.
Come on.
uh,
I like Watson better. Sorry.
all right, Chicken Wing, you've been eating the ice cream.
You already know.
You're
fam.
gonna have some magic. You're gonna have some major choro because you've been eating that ice cream. That just let you know.
Oh
that.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Because we
Whatever.
all picked the
Mm.
Texans. If they lose, none of y'all getting points. That's all that
fine.
matters.
That's fine.
It's a numbers game, baby.
This might be the last time I pick them all season. I said it already. So.
Oh my god.
All right. Kansas City going to Miami. And honestly, personally, I think this might be a better game than we expect. So, Nori, who you got?
I think you skipped the game, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed one. I wanted to
Yeah.
skip that one, I guess. Dallas at Cincinnati. My apologies.
Oh, well, hell. I see why you skipped it. Never mind. My bad. Go ahead, Nori.
Nori, go ahead.
Yeah, I begrudgingly am actually going to pick the Bengals. I really want to pick Dallas because I still think they have more talent than the Bengals, but I think the Bengals are playing with more heart than the Cowboys, even without Joe Burrow. I'm going to go with the Bengals.
All right, Rob.
I'm actually gonna go against you on this one. I got Dallas. I think that they're coming together. I think I think they're just coming together. I mean, they put up a decent fight last game.
17 whole points coming together. Oh, Super Bowl Dallas, here we come.
As opposed to getting like completely stomped. I mean,
Like they did on Thanksgiving.
yeah, like
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
that's the reason I'm going with Cincy. Dallas has no passion. Dalton, they're not defending him. A coach passes away. There's just no fight in them. These guys are just ready for the season to be over. The Bengals lost Burrow, and there's still some passion in the way that team plays. They still try and stay in games. I mean, yeah, they're not. They may not. This might be the last win they get all season. Let's be honest here. But I'm going with the Bengals to get a win at home here because Dallas just has no passion. They're ready for the season to be done. So.
And I just want to add real quick that Andy Dalton's playing his old team, and I still don't believe in him.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
just don't.
All right, Chicken Wing.
I'm gonna go with Rob on this one here, man. Listen, even though Dallas is the 39th ranked defense in the NFL, Cincy doesn't have Joe Burrow,
Uh-huh.
and so without that major weapon, you ain't got no other weapons. And so it's gonna be either a shootout or it's gonna be a defensive struggle that Dallas is gonna win out on this one.
So 10-7 or
Oh, it's gonna be
6-3 baseball score?
7-5 final score Dallas.
Oh, so
Watch.
so they're gonna score a
The
touchdown.
baseball. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a baseball score.
It's gonna be a
right?
baseball game. Since he's gonna get a field goal and a safety.
Just keep
That's
in
it.
mind something else I'm considering is that the Giants have a top 10 defense, they still put up 17 points against us. Dallas, that defense, like Chicken Wing said, good point. It's true. Dallas literally has the worst defense in the league. No Joe Burrow, no Joe Mixon. I still think the Bengals are going to put up more points than Dallas can.
Yep. All right. Now we'll get to Kansas City at Miami.
That was the bite.
This one, yeah, this playoff implications on both sides, obviously. Miami's still in the hunt for the division. Nori, who you got?
I'm not picking against the Chiefs all year. Mahomes, unless he dies, I'm not picking against the Chiefs.
Okay. Rob, what about you?
If Mahomes loses an arm, I might go against.
I'm picking against that team. Absolutely not.
His right arm.
Uh,
If he loses his right arm, you go against him.
No,
'Cause if he loses his left arm, he could still chunk that ball, baby. Just
No, because he's got to catch in the. No, not to get this guy. No.
I made this pick when we did our playoff predictions, and I was going through it. I think Miami's going to get a win at home, pull an upset against Kansas City. Yes, I think it can happen. So
JC really wants to get to last place.
no.
I support you.
Well, you know what? I may end up
I
finishing
support you
last.
going to last place, bro.
I may end up finishing last in our fantasy football league. To be honest with you, congrats by the way, Rob and Nori, who qualified for the playoffs. Meanwhile, Chicken Wing and I could possibly be battling out in a few weeks for last place. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Problem is, if Nori wins, it's me and him in the next round. So, I need Nori to
We'll
lose.
see. Well, it does reseed, so it depends on the seeding. So yeah. Well, yeah,
does
that's
reseed.
true.
Well, I'm currently seeded number 2. And
Oh, that's right. He's 3. Yeah, that's right. So
yeah, he's 3. So
yes,
yeah.
I'm sticking with my gut on this one. Miami at home late in the season. There's something magical when a good team comes into play. So it's just something about it. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen crazier things last week, so why
let
not?
me catch up,
Yeah.
boys. That's all I'm
I
saying.
mean, who remembers the upset on the Patriots a couple of years ago at home? So late in the season, it kind of threw everything in disarray. So, Chicken Wing, what about you?
Oh, I'm going Kansas City. Like, Mahomes got to lose both his arms and both his legs for me to pick against him. Okay, I mean, I don't wish injury on the brother, but I'm just saying, man, it's gonna take an act of God on this one for me to pick against him against Miami.
This both his arms are like still the best torso in football. Yeah. All right.
I'm just saying, he can get it up there, just with the chest. I got the pecs, baby. But
All right.
Anyway,
Arizona at New York. Nori, it's your team. Who you got?
Come, Arizona. I was so afraid of this matchup. I can't wait now. I can't wait. If we can hold DJ Metcalf, I think I'm almost a non-factor the entire game. I think they're gonna. I honestly think Joe Judge is gonna copy the Patriots' blue plan. Keep Murray from running, make him throw the ball, and take Hopkins out of the game as much as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see them beating us. And the laws of football too, the laws of sports. Who's hot and who's cold? Arizona is falling apart. Giants are trending up. I'm going with the Giants.
All right, Rob.
do it.
He's wearing
Say it.
blue. I just want to point it out. I'm just throwing
Do
it out there.
it. Do it, Rob.
Say my name.
I've already set my pick. I believe Kyler Murray and D-Hop will bring it back. Let's go Cards.
Let's go third place, Rob.
Boy.
Here you go. Go.
I got
Gonna
4
get
weeks.
bodied.
I got a
Gonna
week
get-
to give. I'm
You
good.
get bottom this week.
Even before the Giants beat Seattle, and we all thought they were going to lose. I thought as well. I had the Giants beating the Cards. This solidified it for me. The fact they beat Seattle and the Cards aren't like you said, they're hot. The Cards are not. I'm going with the Giants at home. Arizona's got to fly into New York as well for that one. So, and Chicken Wing.
I'm going with D-Hop, Kyler Murray, Larry Fitz, all kinds of weapons. Giants defense ain't ready for this. All Seattle had was DK Metcalf and Russell Wilson. That's it. We got weapons.
And more
on
wins than the
weapons, on
Cardinals too,
weapons.
but that's another
Man,
story. Yeah.
this is true.
We
But
got
then again-
weapons. We got weapons.
Mhm.
Who's we?
The NFC West, ho. Watch your mouth.
His division.
My division.
Oh, so now you're happy Hopkins is in
Yeah.
your division. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
cool.
I'm not happy Hopkins is in my division. But
It's a
anything
weed.
against Nori, we got weapons. So with
Gosh.
that being said, I'm going to Cards this game.
All right.
Oh, split up.
I'm trying to get that first place, babe. I'm trying to get that.
This is interesting.
Money.
Well,
I know you're trying. I know you're trying. Bless your heart. I know you're trying.
bless your heart. All right. Minnesota at Tampa. Rob, your Bucks are coming off a bye. How do you feel about this one? Who are you going with?
Oh god, this one actually hurts me, but I'm still gonna go with Tampa on this one. they're coming off a bye. They're well rested. I just hope that they come back out with more,
Fire.
not even more fire, just more synchronized, more in sync. Like they were just not firing like on all four cylinders. It's like that. It's like that really nice car, but like their engine was just kind of eh. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
hopefully they got the kinks and they worked out and they got it all oiled and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to break was good for. So yeah, taking Tampa.
All right, Nori, what
I'll
about
be the
you?
homer.
All the wins that Vikings have been against tremendously bad teams, and even then they're barely beating them. The Buccaneers, even they can screw this up, right, Rob? I mean, Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, Tampa at home coming off a bye. The fact that the Vikings struggled against the Jags last week at home. No, I can't go with Minnesota. Yeah, barely eliminating the Jaguars from playoff contention mathematically, officially after their loss. So, yeah, I'm going with Tampa at home to win this one. And Chicken Wing.
Who's
I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, regretfully, because that just means that gives Rob's team a win. But outside of that,
Swear to God.
There's so much smite and like
I know he's
spiteful.
he's in the Player
Not
Haters Club from
spiteful.
Chappelle's show now. That's basically
I'm
what's
not.
going on.
I'm not spiteful. Listen. When it comes down to it, I hate all of you, and I have to make sure I repeat this season. So
All
by
right.
any means necessary.
You're gonna be the Trent. You're gonna be the Trent Dilfer of this thing. You'll win once, and we'll never hear from you again.
Oh. Hope you eat those words week 17.
Oh, gosh.
I hope you eat them.
You're never winning again.
I just want to give a quick announcement to HEB. You need to check on that Creamy Creations ice cream with Texans logo. Y'all laced it with something because we got a guy going crazy right down here. I don't know what's going on. So,
Stuff's
All right.
great.
all right.
Lots.
Denver at Carolina. Carolina also coming off a bye week. Going to be at home for this one. Nori, who you got?
I got Carolina. Like I like the Broncos. I like Drew Lock and everything, but I trust Teddy Bridgewater a little more. And Matt Rule is actually coming into his own. Their Panthers are playing above their level. Actually, they're only losing to the good teams. I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
All right, Rob.
I'm gonna go with Panthers. Yeah, they've been putting up a fight. I don't see any reason to go with Denver. They haven't shown me anything impressive. Drew Lock has made some plays, but it hasn't been like consistent stuff. So, yeah, Carolina.
Yeah, same for me. Again, Carolina off of bye, being at home, this works in their favor. They were playing great before the bye, and they'll expect them to keep that going and just kind of play great football. So I'm going with Carolina beating Denver. And Chicken Wing.
They were playing better than the record, but yes,
Mhm.
definitely going to go Carolina on this one. Simply put, I'm going to roll with Nori on this one.
All right. Now the final noon game on the slate is Tennessee at Jacksonville. I'm picking first. I'm going Tennessee.
Say it.
Yeah, I'm going
Say
Tennessee.
it.
I knew
Say
it.
it.
The Jags
Let's
have one
go.
win. It's the craziest part. The Jags have one win on the season. I think it was like the beginning of the year too. I don't even know how.
You know, the Titans are right now against the 2001 Ravens. I find a way to go for the Titans. Like that's basically.
No. But
Basically, I was picking the Titans. I've never seen him pick against the Titans in any pick'em league we had. Never seen it.
faith
Never
in my
changed.
team, man. Faith in my team. I never regret
Never
that.
changed,
So,
brother.
yeah, that's fine. Well, it's Jacksonville. Come on. So, Nori, what about you?
Oh, this week I agree.
Yeah.
Because well, listen. Only the last 2 years, year and a half, did they actually like become really, really good. Before
Yeah.
that, not really, but they weren't
Yeah.
consistent. The Jaguars are going to score 24 unanswered points, and the Titans will come back and win this 27-24, barely.
Don't
So,
you shut the hell up. They need to come out and just kill it. My God. Blow them out of the
I'm
water.
going to tell you that not only are you guys historical chokers this year, but you make things harder than you. But Jacksonville has not been blown out by anybody this year.
Mhm.
They're literally battling. Like every single player has been battling on the team. They're better than people think. I'm going to say that every week.
Oh, yeah. It's the division. Anything can happen, right? But, Jesus, Derrick Henry, give me another 99-yard run like you did a couple years ago on Thursday night. So, Rob, what do you got?
This really hurts me to do this, but I too am picking Tennessee.
Why does it hurt you?
I
God, what the hell?
Yeah, well,
Because
because
last week,
like
that's
I've
what happened.
seen, like Jacksonville has literally won me most of my fantasy league, and like I love seeing like the running
Same.
backs go off.
Same,
Their
man.
wide receivers have been going off, and then their defense just shits the bed. Like
Mhm.
it's just like they put up points against a lot of really good teams, and their defense just doesn't hold,
Mhm.
and that's it. But yeah, I'm still picking Tennessee for this one.
All right, Chick Wing.
Yeah.
So Norris made a lot of good points. Jacksonville is pretty explosive on offense. I hate agreeing with him, but he's right, and he actually makes a good point. They're gonna come out swinging and knock you down 14-0, making you fight back and try to come back and win. I can
So who are
really
you
see that
picking?
happen. Oh, I'm still picking Tennessee. No, regardless. I'm
Exactly.
still picking Tennessee. I'm just saying the Tennessee's gonna make it harder for themselves to win.
JC, we want you to sweat now. We also want you to sweat Sunday at 12 o'clock.
Oh yes,
God
yes.
damn it! I've lost enough weight. It's still like 70 degrees, 80 degrees outside in Texas. 3 years ago, it was snowing. Explain that to me, you know? So, geez, gosh. I was able to barbecue yesterday. It's freaking weather. Anyway,
I love it.
yeah.
Love it.
All right, the late afternoon games. Indy going to Vegas. Nori, who you picking on this one?
I'm actually going to pick the Colts. I don't understand why the Raiders are favored after getting their backs completely blown out.
Really?
Like,
I didn't know they were favored.
They're
That's
not.
weird.
No,
Oh, they're not.
Las
they're not
Vegas.
favored. Okay,
No.
I'm looking
Indy's
wrong.
favored by
I'm
2.5.
Okay, I'm glad then because I'm looking at something wrong. So, Indy has been playing tough, doing what they have to do. The Raiders get their backs blown out like prom night against the Falcons. Then they almost lose to the Jets. Like somebody had to give up their job to beat the Jets. Like how dare anybody pick them to win anymore? How dare you? So yeah, no, I'm gonna go with literally. I don't even know who they're playing anymore. Anybody who's not playing the Raiders, I'm gonna pick the opposite.
Okay.
I don't know.
Rob, who you got?
Yeah, I'm picking every defense that goes against the Raiders right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go go with Indy on this.
They were doing so well too, but something's wrong right now.
I mean, ever since that loss to KC, it's like they can't find it.
And no Josh Jacobs. That's
Yeah.
important too.
Josh Jacobs.
I hate picking Indy, but I got to pick Indy. I mean, it is the Raiders. They have not been the same since they lost to KC. In a game they could have won, you know.
They
So
could have won,
yeah, they got blown out against Atlanta. They won by virtue of the fact they were playing the Jets last week. So yeah,
He didn't want his job.
I'm going with the Colts this week and Chicken Wing.
Maybe he did want his job.
By the virtue also of the beautiful fumble by the Houston Texans last week, which secured my Indy pick. I'm rolling with them again, baby.
Oh man.
All day.
Interestingly enough, 78% of picks on Yahoo are for Vegas in this game.
That's what I'm saying. See,
I don't get
it's
it.
insane. I don't get it either.
That's Raider Nation turning out on Yahoo, I guess. That's the only thing.
Like, help us.
It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What is-
Help me understand this because I still don't see it. I really
Somebody with money putting money in them. Like, help me. Help me
The
help you.
crazy thing is the Raiders have been better on the road this year. Like they go on the road and disrupt things up. At home, not so much. So I mean, I don't know, but
They were playing great until 3 weeks ago. Something happened 3 weeks ago. I don't know if it was the Josh Jacobs injury. I don't know what's going on. Henry Ruggs, the rookie wide receiver, has been phenomenal. This wide receiver draft class has been spectacular, but something's wrong.
yeah.
Something's wrong.
Oh, Keelan Cole.
All right, Jets at Seattle. Let's make it easy. Oh, we're all going to Seattle, right?
Seattle.
Oh, they're not losing to a second New York team, so that's definitely no
Yeah.
on this
They
one.
lost to the Bills. Too.
They lost to the Bills too.
Yeah.
They
New
lost to
York.
New York.
I'm
They
not
lost
saying
to
the state of New York, but they
okay.
lost to the Giants. They're not going to lose to the Jets.
Yeah.
The other New York team.
The
Yeah.
other New York
mean,
team.
the-
Buffalo doesn't count.
The Jets at this
Buffalo's
point
just
don't
there.
blow your chances of Trevor Lawrence. Just keep
Oh,
at
the
it.
redheaded
So,
stepchild that's actually become good.
all right, moving on. Green Bay at Detroit. Nori, who you got?
I don't want to pick Green Bay, but they're better than the Lions, so I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Okay, Rob.
Green Bay experience. Go stop.
Yeah, like this is an easy one. Yeah.
I'm picking Green Bay, but this is a trap game for them. They better be careful. Again, Detroit, after firing their coach and their GM, is going to be playing lights out. So just watch it. There's going to be a trap game for the Packers on the road, but I am sticking with Green Bay and Chicken Wing.
Green Bay, because they have more to play for when it comes to playoff seeding. They have to win out and hope that Saints lose a game.
A game somewhere.
Speaking of the Saints, They're going to Philly. Anybody think the Saints are going to lose this game?
Nope.
No. Not against a rookie, not against a rookie quarterback, and
Yeah.
against a
Nope.
very underrated Saints defense. Very underrated Saints defense. No, absolutely not.
But
And-
my feelings are hurts because Wentz
He's
got
on the
benched.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about that. Jalen Hurts. Good Lord. There's so many memes with that, but
the memes that came out
Oh
the
my
day of.
gosh.
What I generally don't understand. Granted, like I didn't get an A in economics, I only got a B.
Mhm.
What I don't understand is more of as a waste of this $200 AirPods or the $128 million that they're paying Wentz. I'm not sure.
Maybe the AirPods.
Maybe the AirPods.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Apple.
But I just
Sorry.
yeah.
Wait to at least get memes. AirPods. No.
I don't know if Hurts will do much better. We'll see. But it's
Not against that defense. Not against that defense.
This is a bad game to make a switch. Honestly, like if you want to give this guy some confidence, but I guess Wentz is just playing that bad, you know. So it's got to make.
I honestly
somewhere.
think it's.
Well,
I
supposedly-
honestly think this
Go
is
ahead.
a position to get Hurts experience. I don't think it's more like a drop game for him. I think this is more of like Wentz is probably out the door, and this is to give Hurts his experience. That way, come next season, if he has to compete for his job, he already's got some minutes under his belt. That's just me personally how I'm seeing things play out.
For what I see, I could have sworn that it's not that Wentz lost the job completely; is that Peterson wouldn't name a starter. So I don't know if there's going to be a quarterback competition. He's just trying to scare Wentz. But the smart thing, I mean, keep Wentz, and if he's playing horrible again, throw the other kid out there. But I think he's just trying to scare him.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
don't even think he's trying to scare anymore. Like, how many opportunities do you give Wentz to?
Because that's Peterson's boy. He hasn't ever been tough on him. Now he's finally being tough on him.
He has to. There's a lot of pressure. Yeah.
Like Bruce Arians is being tough on Tom Brady because he has to show he doesn't actually believe he's saying. He has to show he can be tough on him. He's never shown he's tough on Wentz ever.
But
Yeah.
Bruce Arians has been known to be tough on every quarterback that he's played.
Sure.
So
sure.
like, you can't just all of a sudden, I'm 13 games in the season, I'm going to be hard on this quarterback. He's had 2 years to do it. He hasn't made that choice now.
Mhm.
Like, no, it's time for a change at quarterback. Let the kid get some reps so when he comes into preseason next year, he's got experience against
That's
a good team.
That's it.
Next
Mhm.
couple games, he can go out there, he can lose all he wants, he can toss all the interceptions he needs to, but he's gonna get those reps.
Just protect him though. I mean, obviously he's a lot more mobile than Wentz. That was his big thing in college too. playing the
Literally
band.
everybody is more durable than Wentz.
Yeah.
Literally everybody.
So don't throw this guy in and
Yeah.
block for the guy too. So
But I mean, the other part of the problem is technically still Philly is in the hunt for the NFC East, technically speaking. So that's where you got to also draw the line. I'm not making fun of your division, or I really am not. But like realistically speaking, you want to give the kid reps, but you don't trust Wentz. Philly's in a bad spot too. Nowhere near as bad as Chicago, but Philly's just in an awful spot right now. That where if they can't figure it out in the next 2 weeks, then their season's pretty much done, and it's going to be between you and Washington. Again, this is from my point of view.
I think it is a foot race anyway between Washington and the Giants at this point anyway. So just get what you can out of it.
True.
All right, let's move
Because
on.
Dallas say
Falcons at Chargers. Nori, do you feel confident going with the Falcons this week, or are you going to go with the Chargers to bounce back?
No, I'm going to go with the Chargers. Anybody who's playing that bird team, I'm not picking ever again. I am goddamn serious. I'm not ever picking
All right,
the Falcons again.
we got the strike. He picked them to win. Y'all know what to do.
So that's it. Everybody pick the Chargers. Congratulations on Falcons on your win. So.
Rob, what about you?
I'm taking the Falcons against the Chargers. Did you see what just happened to the Chargers? Oh my
Yeah.
god! Mm-mm.
Yeah, Falcons for me.
Only team to get blanked in the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks? When was the last time someone actually didn't score a single point?
That was the worst road beating apparently in the last decade.
So there,
Wow,
years,
crazy.
pretty
years.
bad.
But it's the Falcons.
Team against them.
Choke artist versus choke artist. And you guys are happy with this? Knock yourselves out. I'll sleep like a baby tonight picking the Chargers.
Falcons versus Jets. Who are you picking? Nori.
Oh, I
Falcons, Jets.
If it was Falcons versus Jets, who would you pick?
Oh, the Jets.
Okay.
I wish they were on the schedule. I
Anyway.
wish that'd be a one win.
All right. I am.
Someone check Norris water because I
No.
don't think he's drinking water.
He's
right
that scorned, man. I'm going with the Falcons. Yeah, that beatdown that told me all I needed to know about the Chargers being at home, and the
Okay.
Falcons have been playing a little bit better. And yeah, it's an afternoon game flying across the country, but I think the Falcons are going to get this one. And Chicken Wing.
The Falcons, brother. Listen, I like me some Justin Herbert. I really do. And something may change. This game is honestly, to me, a coin flip. Because no lead is safe when it comes to the Falcons. But then again, Herbert is a stud. You know, he put up points. He almost beat Laura Breeze's at home. I'm sorry, at Laura Breeze's house. So right now, I'm going to go on the Falcons. But something may change, and I may switch it up. But this is my coin flip for the week.
All right. Now the final of the Sunday late afternoon games, Washington goes to the San Francisco 49ers of Arizona. Yes, this game is being played in Glendale again. So Washington coming off a win. Chicken Wing, it's your team. Do you have faith in them this week?
Alex Smith is going to come back and be like, this is the reason why you shouldn't fucking fire me, bitches.
There's the F-bomb. All right.
Yes, there's the F-bomb.
All right.
So that's Washington's game.
All right. Nori?
I really want to agree with him because I think Alex Smith is going to come and just show why his dick's so big and play, beat the 49ers. But I think the 49ers are better coached, more talented. They lost to a very, very, very top-tier Bills team, but they were also able to beat the Rams the week before. So I'm going to have to go to 49ers.
All right. Rob?
Just because I said it earlier, I have to go with Washington.
I'm going with the Niners on this one. So I think there's a lot of picks that are 2-2 splits between myself and Nori, and then you, Rob, and Chicken Wing. So this is going to be interesting if this works out. But yeah, I'm going with the Niners. They didn't play that bad. It's just Buffalo was just a better team. That's the honest truth.
That's all it
And
was.
so
That's all it
yeah,
was.
they were a lot more comfortable now playing in that stadium at home. And granted, yeah, Washington got a big win, but no, I think the Niners are getting healthier. So I'm sticking with that. Now, speaking of Buffalo, the Sunday night game, Pittsburgh at Buffalo. No COVID postponements as of now for Pittsburgh to worry about. So that being
Poor Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right. Now they're going into Buffalo. Nori, who you got on this one?
I give credit where it's due always. Mike called it like 5 weeks ago, a long time ago, on this matchup. The Bills beating the Steelers. Bills have beaten much better teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers haven't. I know they only play your schedule, but they haven't proven to me that they are deserving of the record. That they're actually the best team in football, the best record. I'm thinking the Bills are going to beat their ass. I don't think it's going to be close.
All right, Rob.
I think the Pittsburgh Steelers still have the better weapons as far as like going through the air, and I don't think Buffalo has proven they have a run game that consistent. So other than their quarterback, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on this one.
For me, this was another game that I initially thought this was going to be Pittsburgh's first loss. Nobody, I mean, none of us saw the Washington beating them, but Buffalo at home, they got a lot to play for too. It's not to say Pittsburgh doesn't. I'm going with the Bills at home on this one. Pittsburgh right now, they got to recover, but this is a tough matchup for them to do so, and I just don't see Buffalo losing home in this one. I still think they're better at home on this game. And Chicken Wing.
I am torn between this one because Buffalo showed that they could beat a great or a well coached team in the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
And the only downside to me having that much confidence is the quarterback. Currently, we have Nick Mullins. If we had Jimmy G, no question we would have smacked it around. But because Pittsburgh has Big Ben, they have Chase, solid run game, solid defense, I think that's going to be the difference maker. And Allen's going to get hit a couple times, get that pressure. Sure, he was pressured last week, but he never was touched. He was able to get out of the pocket, make plays, but I don't see him doing that against a healthier Pittsburgh defense. So I'm actually going to go with the Steelers on this one.
All right. Quick note: 63% on Yahoo are picking Buffalo to win this. The previous game we picked, 91% are picking the Niners to beat Washington. Despite that, so. And now, the Monday night game is, would you believe it, a big AFC North matchup. The Cleveland Browns hosting the old Cleveland Browns. Of course, I'm talking about the Baltimore Ravens. Going to Cleveland now. This game actually looks a lot better than it might have initially looked beginning of the year. Nori, who are you going with this one?
I'm going with the Browns. The Ravens are not the same team that blasted them in Week 1.
Yeah.
They're not. Lamar Jackson's off. They didn't even look that sharp against Dallas. I know they ran the ball a lot, but you're not going to do all that against Cleveland. I think Cleveland's playing great football. They're coming off a lot of momentum from Tennessee. Baker Mayfield finally showed up. I'm going to go with the hot team, and I don't like the cold Ravens. I'm going to go with the Browns.
All right, Rob?
I got the Browns on this one. Like, Baltimore did their best offense against the worst defense in the league. So that's kind of sus. So yeah, I'm gonna go with.
All right. I'm also going Cleveland, like I'm at home, and I didn't initially give much of a chance when Odell Beckham Jr. got hurt and done for the year. But you figured they were just on the downslide. But now they're in a position to take a playoff spot and a pretty high one too. So I'm going with the Browns. And Chickawing, what about you?
I didn't see the score on the Baltimore game. What was it, by the way?
35-17, right?
35 cents.
35-17, they ran for almost 300 yards.
Yeah, they ran.
But this is Dallas' defense, keep in mind.
Yeah.
No, I know. I just never bothered to care for the game because Dallas. But anyway, so all y'all picked Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a sweep. This definitely gonna be Cleveland because Baltimore can't stop a run, and they have two. Cleveland has two starting running backs. Not you got one and then you got a backup. No, you have two starting caliber running backs, which is beyond me. And so that I don't trust Baker as much as I should, but as long as you put the San Francisco formula in from last season in the postseason, if he ain't got to do much, they gonna smack around Baltimore hands down.
I think the rookie head coaches this year are doing way better than the normal average for rookie head coaches. Matt Rule for the Panthers has them playing above their level. I know they're 4-8, but they're playing very well. Judge is a possible coach of the year candidate from how they started, and Kevin Stefanski for the Browns has this team like really, really believing themselves, and I think he's finally getting the talent out of Cleveland that we've all been waiting for the last 2 years. So yeah, I'm really curious of how the Browns do in this game. I think
That will be all shocked if they lose, but at the same time,
Oh.
a couple of things I actually saw while you were kind of explaining it, Nori. So the Ravens are currently out of the hunt for playoffs right now.
Mhm.
They're currently
right.
ninth,
correct.
and so
They need help.
I know they have
They
more to
need a
play
lot of
for.
help.
But when it comes to the division, right now Pittsburgh's owning it, and Cleveland's just trying to do what they can to
Yeah.
make sure that Baltimore doesn't sneak their way in. So I think when it comes down to it, Cleveland has a lot more to play for. Baltimore just has to play to fight.
Yeah.
And then when it came to the earlier picks, I didn't realize that the Chargers are already eliminated from the playoffs. So
Is that
more
official
reason
now?
why
Official
that's
now?
official.
Wow.
They are eliminated. So
Yeah.
that's more reason why I'm not picking them to win.
Mhm.
I love them. I love Herbert, but I'm not picking him to win. But anyway,
We're all going Cleveland. Only 22% on Yahoo have picked Cleveland to win this game. For whatever reason, if people think Baltimore's going to go on the road and get the win, 78% of them. So
they're thinking of last year's Baltimore. This ain't the same team.
exactly, that's the thing. So and Cleveland, the way everyone's been knocking on the Steelers, they haven't beaten good
Have y'all
teams.
not seen how Cleveland's played?
I-
Man, I'm impressed, bro. This is the team that Nori saw 4 years ago
Yeah.
when they had all those drafts, and he got. You know what, man? I feel bad for you because you believe them in a lot. You're like, man, I'm ready to see Cleveland, and then they just disappointed you. But now,
Just saying, all that
2020,
talent, like, I knew they actually drafted talented players. It wasn't like they drafted high and they were bad like the Lions do. Like they finally drafted like Myles
Fi-
Garrett. And Myles Garrett, all these trades, little by little getting these good players. I'm like, bro, come on.
They finally had a draft day moment, like the movie. Kevin
Finally.
Yeah,
Costner finally
pretty
took over,
much.
right? So you got Tom Welling as Superman being the quarterback kind of thing. So.
Mhm.
Honestly, if the Washington loss for the Steelers is part of a collapse, Cleveland has an outside shot to win that division. Who would have thought that? They have a chance. So they need some
2020.
help, obviously. But yeah,
20,
Well-
20, save us.
that is our Week 14 picks. This is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Next week we'll recap how we did, and we will make our picks for Week
Playoffs.
15 and update our playoff predictions. We're hitting the home stretch, so obviously if you want to see how our predictions were last week, go check those out. We'll update those with the ESPN NFL playoff machine after this week's games and go from there, see how we do. Rob, you're having too much fun with that green screen over there. So
I know. Isn't it great?
He loves it. Just know that I will do the Randy Orton if I win.
Oh gosh. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. If you're watching us on the VOD, feel free to comment your picks as well. Even though you didn't see it live, let us know. Again, you can tweet at us at SportsMinerPod. Let us know your thoughts on the games this week. Anything that surprises you. This is the home stretch. This is it. No more bye weeks. Here you go. Do you want the playoffs or not? Representing the 49ers, we got Chicken Wing.
Peace out, homies.
We got Nori representing his Giants.
They got this.
They got
We're ending the year 9-7. You heard it here.
All right.
6 and 10.
Bucks fan, we got Rob.
They're in 6 and 10. Oh wait, no. 5, 10, and 1.
Still keeping that up. And I'm JC. I'm not gonna say tighten up, please. I'm gonna say tighten the fuck up. Let's do this.
wow.
It's a
There it
division
is.
game.
Yes.
It's a division game. You better beat the damn Jags. Let's go. Have a good week, everybody. Enjoy the games this week, and we'll catch y'all next week on the Sports Minorities. See y'all.
There's the F-bombs.